So let me start. All right. I'm waiting for any question that you may have. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Okay, Johnson Anyotoibo from Casina. My questions are before now, you asked us to, if we are going for back end, to install the Node.js and my SQL. But the questions are, before now, when I was working on the first one you taught us on Saturday. So I initially found it difficult because to work on the Visual Studio Code with HTML. So I don't know all the operators and the mathematical aspects. If I write it, it gives me just like garbage in, garbage out like that. No result, nothing. I don't know what. Maybe I'm the one that is making mistakes. I tried all what I could, but.
All right, no problem. We are going to address that and we are going to get there.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, please remind me before we call it a day so we can quickly look.
Okay.
Any other question, please? Any other question? Any other question from anybody? Okay, do you have any question?
Yes, sir. Hello,
right,
sir.
Mr. Imam.
Okay. Yes, sir. They said we should download two things apart from Node.js. They said we should download my SQL and Workbench. I don't understand that part. What's the difference? Like, because when I downloaded it, I was not able to do any setup. I don't know, maybe it's part of what you are going to do before going to it. So, or maybe it's different two things, that SQL and that SQL Workbench, or is it the same thing?
Okay, so SQL and SQL Workbench. SQL Workbench is a connector. SQL is the engine. SQL connector. My SQL Workbench is a connector. My SQL is the engine. So we are going to get there and explain everything.
Okay, sir. All right.
Okay. Any other question? 3 minutes more to go. Any other question? All right, so if there's no question, let's get started, please. I'm going to be sharing my screen. If you can see my screen, please confirm you can see it. If you can see it, also let me know. Okay, let's say view full screen mode. Okay, so let me come to Zoom, share screen, entire screen, voila. Kindly confirm you can see my screen, and if you can see it also, let me know.
Yes, it's okay, sir.
Okay. You can see it. All right.
Yes, I can see it.
All right. Nkem, can you see my screen? Imam, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank
I
you.
can see your screen, sir.
All right, thank you very much. So let's make it interactive like we've always make it. And then let us, you can go on mute. If you're not speaking, you can go on mute. So let's make it interactive like we always do. That's nice coming from. Okay. So let's make it interactive like we always do, and also let us make it fun. So first of all, let me go off by saying welcome again, and then I'm gonna open this this guy here. All right. Can you see this red box? So let me explain some things to you first of all before we get started. So this is a user. This is a user. The user is going to be communicating with your application via an interface. Let's say this is the interface that the user is using to communicate with your application. Please hold on.
Faruk, no more audios.
Okay, can you hear me? So
Yes, you can.
so
Yes,
you have your users who are using your software or your application. They are accessing your software or your application from either the browser or from the mobile. Now, within your software or application, your application has logic where they do all those calculation and everything, and then the logic will talk to the database. So let's put this here, for instance, and then assume it's database. So let me bring some database icons. So I'm gonna say this is database. Now, let me now explain some things to you. Those who design the front end, this is the front end, right? This is because this is what your customers are interacting with. Those who develop the front end are referred to as the front end engineer. They are referred to as the front end engineer. Can you see it? Those are the ones that develop the front end. But before the front end was developed, someone designed the front end. So those who design the front end are referred to as the UI UX engineers. The UI UX engineer. So it is the UI UX engineer that actually designed the front end. The front end engineer, the front end engineer develop the front end that the UI UX has designed. Now, if we move the responsibility a bit backward, we now have the backend engineer, the backend engineer. Now, the backend engineer develop everything on the backend. Can you see it? So here is the responsibility of the front-end engineer, and then here is the responsibility of the back-end engineer. Now, for the back-end engineer, it can be split into two, right? We have the back-end engineer and the database administrator, but don't let us go there right now. So you as the back-end engineer, you handle everything that has to do with business logic and then data storage. This is it here. So here is your business layer. We can call it the business logic layer, and then we have the database layer. So let me put it as large. So here is the business logic layer, and then here is the database layer. So for your specialization, this is what you're specializing on. You can see there's a lot of things resting on your shoulder. So let's now focus on this and then move forward. So let me come back and explain some things here. So for this database storage, yeah, that is what we'll be talking about today. Now, what is MySQL? MySQL is a relational database management system. MySQL is a relational database management system. They call it RDBMS. MySQL. What is SQL? SQL stands for Structured Query Language. Structured query language is actually an high level language. You know, we have machine language, assembly language, object oriented language, and then structured query language. Machine languages are first generation language, assembly languages are second generation language, and then object oriented programming languages are third generation language. Structured query languages are fourth generation languages. Now, what can you use MySQL to do? MySQL is used to store relational data. But that being said, before we go into what MySQL can do, how to create tables, how to create views, how to create procedures, how to create triggers, how to normalize your table, first normal form, second normal form, third normal form, and boycott normal form. Let us look at other examples of MySQL. I want to believe you're taking notes, right? Am I recording? Yeah. Let us look at other examples of MySQL. We have MS SQL, Microsoft SQL Server. That is another example of MySQL. MySQL is currently being managed by Oracle. MS SQL is currently being developed and maintained by Microsoft. We have Oracle database too, being
retake
managed by
examples
Oracle.
again,
And
please? Sorry.
also, is anybody saying anything? Okay.
Yes, I said, can you please retake from the other examples of MySQL?
Okay, so, okay, all right, thank you. I said we have other examples of MySQL, that is other MySQL competitors. MySQL is currently being managed and maintained by Oracle to a certain degree. Now we have MS SQL, MS, Microsoft, SQL, Structured Query Language. So that is MS SQL Server, or they call it SQL Server. That is also a relational database management system that is owned by Microsoft. We have the Oracle Database Management System. That is a relational database management system that is managed and developed and maintained by Oracle. We have PostgreSQL. It is also a relational database management system. We have MS SQL. We have MongoDB is not a relational database management system. So MS SQL, PostgreSQL, MySQL, Oracle is also one. I can't remember any other one so far right now, but those are the four major giants in the market. Those are the four major relational database management system giants in the market. So when they say give other examples of a relational database management system, you give them MySQL, MS SQL, PostgreSQL, and Oracle. All of them are relational database management system. So in this course, we'll be talking about the introduction to MySQL, connecting and disconnecting from MySQL, entering basic queries, creating and using a database. Introduction to MySQL. MySQL is a very popular open source DBMS, that is database management system. MySQL database are relational. Can you hear me? Can we all hear me?
Yes, yes. Just the network is breaking.
Okay, what about now? Is it better now?
It's better now.
It's okay now.
All right. So MySQL database are relational. When they say they are relational, it means you can relate a table to another table. If you are related with someone, it means you have something in common with that person, either through your DNA. It's basically through your DNA, not through your blood, through DNA. When they say this person is my family, it means you are related. Either you are born from the same father or from the same grandfather or something. So a relational database management system is a database management system that enables you to create relationals, or that enables you to create entity. Entity is the same thing as table, and create relationship between those tables. That's why they call it relational. You can relate them together. So officially, MySQL is pronounced MySQL, not MySQL. MySQL is MS SQL, that is Microsoft SQL Server. So MySQL can handle very large database. It has a very fast performance and it is reliable. MySQL is compatible with standard SQL. Now, what is the difference between MySQL and the standard SQL? The standard SQL is managed by an international standard organization that actually regulates what SQL queries and commands can do and what they cannot do. So MySQL just takes from there and then expatiates and expands on it. Why are we using MySQL as an example in this our course? MySQL is free, much cheaper than Oracle, and it is much cheaper than MS SQL. Each students can install MySQL locally. That means each participant in this training can install MySQL locally without any stress, without requiring license. You can install the community edition. Now, MySQL has multi-user access to a number of databases offered. That is, two or more users can access a MySQL database concurrently. It is easy to use shell for creating table, querying the table, creating database, and querying the database. When they mean shell, shell is the same thing as the command prompt in Windows. In Linux, it's called shell. It is easy to use MySQL with Java JDBC, that is Java database connection. MySQL is frequently used by PHP and Perl developers. MySQL is very popular among PHP developers. Commercial version of MySQL is also provided, including technical support. Now, history of MySQL. It was founded and developed by David Axmack, Alan Larson, and Michael Monty. Named after Monty's daughter, that is they named it after Monty's daughter, MySQL. So MySQL Dolphin logo is Sakila, the name of the town in Arusha, Tanzania. So it was written in C and C++. That is the language that the MySQL language is written in is C and C++. So it works on many different platforms. MySQL can work on Windows operating system. MySQL can work on Linux operating system. MySQL can work on Mac operating system. Any Unix related operating system, it will work on them. Sun acquired MySQL AB in January 2008 for $1 billion. It's good to be a backend developer. You might write a software that Microsoft might acquire for $1 billion. So Sun Solaris or Sun Microsystems. Sun Microsystems are the owner of Java. Sorry, I said Oracle acquired it. It wasn't Oracle that acquired it. It's Sun Microsystems. Sun Microsystems acquired MySQL in early 2008 for $1 billion. So MySQL product overview. So we have the MySQL server, we have the MySQL GUI tool, and we have the MySQL drivers. Now, what's the difference? MySQL Server is the engine. Someone asked me earlier, what is Workbench? See it here, MySQL Workbench. Can you see it? Can you see my screen? Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
so
man.
these are the three categories of products that
Don't
are
they flow there?
okay. These are the three categories of product that are available within the MySQL suite. We have the MySQL server, we have the MySQL GUI tool, and we have the MySQL driver. Under the MySQL server, there are different versions of MySQL server. We have the community edition, which we'll be using for this training. We have the enterprise edition, which requires license. We have the embedded server, which is embedded into hardware devices, and we have the cluster, standard and carrier grade. The cluster server are used in distributed application development where you want to have multiple MySQL server running concurrently on different nodes. And then it's used to increase application availability and then to reduce low latency. We have the MySQL GUI tool, that is the query browser, the administrator, the migration tool, the Visual Studio plugin, that is the Visual Studio Code MySQL plugin, and MySQL Workbench. So in this class, we'll be using either the Visual Studio plugin or MySQL Workbench, but basically the MySQL Workbench. We have the MySQL driver. The driver is used to connect to MySQL from a high-level programming language. We have the JDBC, that is the Java database connection. We have the ODBC. We have the .NET and PHP. These are .NET drivers and PHP drivers that allow you to connect to MySQL database from your code. So these are the characteristics of MySQL. It's client-server system. That means the server is running on a server environment. The client is connecting to it. The client in this context are your applications that you're going to be developing in any other languages. And then the server is MySQL server itself. We have the embedded system. MySQL provides servers. MySQL server as an embedded multi-threaded library that can be linked into an application to get a smaller, faster, easier to manage standalone product. So these are the features and benefits of MySQL: scalability and flexibility. It is scalable by, it allows you to increase the available node of a MySQL server. And then it is a very high performance database, stable index and partition, ultra fast load utility, distinctive memory caching, and also full text index and more. High availability, robust transactional support. It supports ACID, atomicity, consistency, isolation, and then durability. That is the full meaning of ACID. We'll be looking at what ACID means later in this course. Okay. Web and data warehouse strength. You can use MySQL as the database storage for a web application, and also you can use it in data warehouse system. So strong data protection, comprehensive application, and all of those things. So here is the architectural design of MySQL. At the top here is a connector. You'll be writing your application in Python or PHP or .NET or in C or whatever. You use MySQL driver to connect to your underlying MySQL server. So here the pluggable storage engine. There are different storage engine for MySQL. We have the InnoDB, which is one of the most popular ones. We have the community, we have custom, we have federated, and then different ones. Then let's move on to MySQL community and customer. Now, the MySQL community is a very large community that provides support, development, and enhancement on the MySQL database management system. We have the MySQL GUI for managing MySQL database via a graphical user interface. We have the documentation and forums of MySQL where you can join. You can join the forums to ask any question, and you can refer to the documentation page if you have any clarification. So MySQL Workbench enables a database administrator. DBA is database administrator or a developer or data architect to visually design, generate, and manage all types of database. So the MySQL Workbench enables you to interact with your MySQL server visually or graphically. Hold on, please. So you can interact with your database graphically and then without using code. And then we have the web version, the online analytical processing, data warehouse, and all of that. It includes everything a data model need for creating complex ER model, that is entity relation model. ER means entity relation. DBA means database administrator. SQL means structured query languages. OLTP means online transactional process. Okay, so MySQL Workbench is, you can use MySQL Workbench to reverse engineer a MySQL database. It can also import SQL script to build model and export model to data definition language script that can be run at a later time. Change management, database documentation. Let's move on this. Installing MySQL. Let's move. Okay, so let us install MySQL. Let's install MySQL. So I believe we are all on our computers, right?
Yes. Excuse me, Mr. Farouk.
In SSMS.
I can hear you.
Hello, sir. Okay. I think an information was passed on the group that we should install it again. I don't know if every other participant has installed too.
Okay. So
We
let me
installed
install my
this
own. For those
one
of you
actually.
who
Can you please share the format with us?
can I share
I
what?
don't know if you can please go on so that, yes, so that we
Okay.
can see.
Now, the another thing I want
what's
to ask is
installed.
that if
I can barely hear. I can barely hear. Let's take
can you
it.
please quickly take me through the installation of SSMS? I have
Can you speak a bit louder?
Can you hear me now, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello? Yes, I said an
I think I
information
still
was
have
passed
some
on the WhatsApp
this
group page that we should install this before the next class. This MySQL. I have actually installed it. I don't know if every other participant has done that too.
Okay, so
For all the same, you can please go ahead so that we can know if the one we have installed earlier is the same thing, or if we are correct.
We can also
Yes, I just continue with it so that those people, whether
all
you
right.
have done it
So
or
for
not.
those of you who have not installed it, so just watch as I do my installation on my local system, and then you follow the guide. Are we together?
Yes.
Sorry, I said if you sorry.
Okay, so I'm gonna share this link so that we'll see MySQL installer initial setup installer product. So let's let me come to, this is documentation. Let me go to the installation page. This setup direct look for the MySQL commercial release. MySQL download. All right, so let me say download MySQL installer. Okay, so I'm installing the latest version and then I'm running a Windows operating system. I'm going to download the 64-bit version, x86, 32 bits. Okay, so it is 64 bits. So this is 8.0.36 and this is 8.0.36. MySQL installer web community, MySQL installer community. Okay, so this is the community edition. So I'm going to download the second one. I'll say no, thank you. Just start my download.
Yes, sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
The other time when we start the class, you said Oracle is in charge of this my SQL, right? You now said again that some microsystem. I don't understand again. And on this page now, I'm saying Oracle.
Okay, so
Hello, can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir.
Okay. So MySQL is relational database management system, right? Do you understand that? So another example of a database management system is Oracle. There's Oracle database. Hmm? Now,
Yes, sir.
Sun Microsystem. There's a company called Sun Microsystem. Let me Google it. Sun Microsystem. See it here. So this company called Sun Microsystem. They
Yes, sir.
are the one who developed Java was developed by them. You understand? That is in Sun Microsystem. They have an operating system. Java was later acquired by them, actually. So they have an operating system called Sun Solaris. There's an operating system called Sun Solaris. So you can see there's an operating system called Sun Solaris. So I think there's an
Yes, sir.
accusation between Oracle and Sun Solaris.
Oracle.
Yeah, there's an accusation between that, like maybe
All
a
right.
merge or something. Solaris is proprietary Unix operating system originally developed by Sun Microsystem. You see, after Sun acquisition by Oracle. Do you get? So the first company that acquires
By Oracle
MySQL is
2010.
Sun Microsystem.
Yes, sir.
But later, Oracle acquires Sun in 2010. You understand? Then it was renamed
Mm,
Oracle. So that's why here,
yes, I guess it now.
you see Oracle. So it was initially Sun Microsystem that acquired it in 2008. Then Oracle acquired Sun Microsystem in
That
2010.
eight.
All right. So now,
Okay, I get it
shark
now.
swallow shark. So, while we are downloading that, let's move on a little bit to how to connect to MySQL. Let me see if I can do a MySQL.
Before you move on, sir.
Say again.
Okay.
How do you know? I told
Yeah, I can
you
hear you.
that
Sir, before
I
you
have
move on,
some
I want to ask a question.
I think I
All
While
right.
trying to download yours, does it matter? I really actually want to ask, does it matter? The one I installed was actually that MySQL web community. Does it matter?
Is it
Or I should
community
go and
edition
download
you
that one? We
installed?
should download the communities, community.
It doesn't
There
matter.
is web community.
It
It's
doesn't
the
matter.
first one.
It doesn't
It
matter. The
doesn't
community
matter.
edition, it doesn't matter.
Thank you very much.
Are you with me?
Okay, sir.
okay. So
Yes, I'm with you. I had you.
The community edition you installed does not matter.
Okay, all right. All right. No more audio, sir.
Yeah, I'm waiting for this download to complete. Just a
Oh,
moment.
okay, okay.
okay.
Excuse me. All right. So do we have any question as regards that? So let me show you an example of other database management system. We've talked about MySQL, and let's talk about MS SQL. So let me open my SQL. So this is another database management system. You can see it, MS SQL. Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So Workbench is a connector that allow you to connect to a MySQL database. Another example of Workbench is HDSQL. If you look at this HDSQL on your screen, this guy here is just a connector. It's like my SQL Workbench. I'm not sure I have Workbench. So okay, I don't have Workbench. I don't have Workbench. So you can see SQL Server is asking me which server do I want to connect to. I have two instances of SQL Server running. I have the Express version and I have the regular version. And it's asking me the authentication type, and then I can just log in and authenticate and then see all the database that I have within my database management system. You can see this is the database I have, and these are all the tables in the database. So this is MS SQL. This thing that you are seeing here, this thing I'm dragging like this is just a connector. They call this one Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. So Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio and MySQL Workbench and HDSQL and Azure Data Studio and SQL Yogi and any of those guys and PG Admin, all these guys are just connectors. This guy is just a connector. It doesn't have a database on its own. It is used to connect to any database. PG Admin is used to connect to only Postgre database. Management Studio, SQL Server Management Studio is only used to connect to Microsoft SQL Server database. This guy here, SQL Yogi is only used to connect to, I think, MySQL database. But Azure Data Studio is used to connect to any database. Hey, the SQL is used to connect to any database. So let me show you an example. It's asking me that which network do I want to connect to? You can see the different database I can connect to here. I can connect to a Firebird database. I can connect to an Interbase. I can connect to SQLite. I can connect to Postgre. I can connect to Microsoft SQL Server. I can connect to Proxy SQL Admin. I can connect to MySQL. So this guy here is just a connector. So if you look on the left here, I have connected. These two are Postgre database. These two are MySQL database. This guy is a Postgre database. This other one is a MySQL database, and these are Postgre database. I can use this guy to connect to an SQL Server database. So, for example, this is a database running on my SQL Server. So, if I come to if I say new session and I come back here, if I disconnect and I want to connect, and then it's asking me the server address, I'll probably just drag this guy here. The username is SA. So here I will enter SA. The password, now let me serve my password. And then it's asking me what do I want. What do I want to connect to? I'm connecting to a SQL Server database. You see, this one behind this SQL Server Management Studio, I cannot use it to connect to MySQL. I cannot use it to connect to Oracle. I cannot use it to connect to PostgreSQL. But this other one, this HDSQL, I can use it to connect to any relational database management system. You can see. So MySQL Workbench is only you can use MySQL Workbench to connect to only MySQL database. I don't know if I'm making sense. Am I
Sir,
making
it's time for prayer.
Okay, let me look at time for salads. Let me look at the timetable. Okay, it's 4 o'clock already. Okay, so let's take a break. I got carried away. All right, so let's take our break and
All
then
right, sir.
we circle back by probably 4:20 because we've already taken. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Before you go, sir.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. Once you download your my SQL, please before you do the setup, you should do it in class, please, because I'm following you. I've downloaded my own. I'm just waiting for you for your own to download.
Oh, okay, no problem. I'll wait.
So I want to follow what I'm doing. All right.
One more thing. Are you there? Mr. Farouk.
Yes, I'm here.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I'm here.
You said my SQL can only be used to connect to.
I didn't say my SQL. I mean SQL workbench. My SQL workbench.
Okay. Okay.
My SQL workbench can only be
Done.
used to connect to my SQL database. MS
Okay.
Microsoft
All right.
SQL Server Management Studio can only be used to connect to Microsoft SQL Server. PG admin can only be used to connect to Postgre database. But any other ones that are not name specific like that, you can use them to connect to any database management system. That's what I said.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
All right,
That is
thank
taken
you.
care
All right.
Yes, sir.
Hello, welcome back. Can we all hear me?
Yes,
Yes, we can.
we can hear you, sir.
Okay. All right. Am I still sharing my screen or my screen is not shared?
Yes, it's
Well,
there. The timetable.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. All right. So we have downloaded MySQL. So what we just downloaded is referred to as the MySQL engine. Okay. This is the MySQL engine. We said it earlier. The MySQL Workbench is to connect to MySQL Server database. PG admin is used to connect to PostgreSQL. This is PG admin here. Microsoft SQL Management Studio is used to connect to Microsoft database. But tools like ADSQL is used to connect to any database management system. And also Azure Data Studio is used to connect to any database management system. You can as well use this SQL YOG to connect to any MySQL database. And then there are a lot of tools like that. There is dbvar. You use it to connect to any database management system. So let's install MySQL. I'll say yes. I'll say yes. Okay, so I'm installing a version of MySQL called MySQL Community Edition. So it's asking me, what do I want to install? Is it server only or client only? The client only will only allow you to connect to a MySQL server. If I say full installation, it's going to install, it's going to, if I say full installation, that's going to include MySQL product and all the feature. If I say custom, it will allow me to choose what I want. So I'm going to say full installation. So the next thing that is going to ask me, under the full installation, there's MySQL Server, there's MySQL Workbench, there's MySQL Shell. Let me show you a typical example of MySQL Shell. Okay, so let me say MySQL. Okay, so let me say sudo su DevOps. Okay, boot user. So let me say sudo su. Sudo su boot sudo su test. EC2 user. Let's say sudo su EC2 user. So let me say MySQL. Okay, so let's find a user I can use. Sudo. Can't find a user to use. Now let me use. Let's see what user. I'm not sure I know. Okay, I can't find any user to use. I would have loved to show you. Let me scroll up to show you something. Okay. No. So let's say execute, show details. So it's installing all those two, one after the other. So while the installation is on, let's proceed with our classes. So for you to connect to MySQL, you will use the command mysql. Okay, for you to connect to MySQL, you will use the command mysql. Why can't I connect to my remote MySQL database? Hold on, let me try again. Clear. Sudo s, yeah. Which user can I use? Which user can I use? Let me say devs ops. So tonight, okay? Okay, so I've connected to my remote MySQL. So if I say show databases, see, it's showing me all the database that are within the MySQL. So you can see all the database that I have. So if I want to use a particular database, I can say use user underscore manager. So it has changed. If I say show tables, there is no table. If I say use payment underscore service, if I say show tables. Okay, if I say select all from currency. There's no table inside. All right. There's no transaction. Let me check transaction log because it's select all from transaction underscore log. Okay, there's no table, there's nothing inside. Okay. So let's use this for example. You can see what I'm typing in that terminal is SQL statement. You see, it's not specific to my SQL alone, it's just an SQL statement. So let's try that same SQL statement here. So if I say use, this is the name of a database. If I execute, this guy will change here. Uh, hold on. I didn't get the name of the database correctly. Cache management to use cache management to. So I'll put it. Okay, so it's using that. If I say selector from, you can see this on SQL statement. I'm querying the database like this, so you can see it. It has queried the database for me. You see? Okay. So let's watch the installation. The installation is still going on. So my SQL command is what is used to connect to a MySQL database. That is, if you are connecting to MySQL from the CLI, that is the command line interface. Remember, the command line interface is part of the MySQL product that we saw up here. Look at it here. The MySQL GUI, this is the GUI. Within the community edition, there's the CLI inside. So the MySQL command is used, what is used to connect to a MySQL database. The U flag or the U option is to specify your username, and the P option is to specify your password. So for you to connect to a MySQL database using the CLI, you use MySQL U, the name of the user, P, and the password. So let's try it here. I'm going to exit. I'm going to exit. I will say exit. You can see that I've exited. I'm going to clear. So the command says that we use MySQL, U, the username, and P. When you specify the P flag, you will not specify the password. So if I say MySQL, U, the name of the user to connect to that MySQL, to this MySQL is test, and P, then I'll press enter. Now it's asking me for password. So let me enter the password, enter. So once you see this, it means it is connected to my SQL database. Sorry, it's connected to my SQL server. So in MySQL, if you want to view all the database within that server, you say show databases. The database is plural. Then you press enter. It will show you all the database. You can see it. This is MySQL. Are you with me?
No, sir.
So I'm lost.
You are lost. Okay. I'm currently
Yes, sir.
okay. The installation is complete.
Yeah.
See, the installation is complete. Okay, so don't worry.
Yes, sir.
You'll get it one after the other. Let me click
Yes,
next.
sir. I've raised my hand since.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You can speak on.
Yes.
I can hear
The
you.
issue I have is okay. What you installed, what I'm seeing here is different from what you are seeing there. Like, I don't get the installation.
Okay. So what are you seeing on your screen? What are you seeing on your screen?
Okay, so when I search for my SQL installer,
Mm-hmm.
my own is showing me my SQL installer is now showing me product, version, architecture, quick action. That's what I'm seeing here.
Okay. So let me give all of us this URL. We can use this URL to download and install it. So I've sent it in the group. You can click on the URL.
I use the same thing. Yes, sir. I downloaded from the same place where you downloaded it. I downloaded the same thing where you downloaded it.
Okay, so have you click on the installer to start installing? Click on the installer.
When I click on installer, like
No, just
I
double
search
click
for
it.
that my
Double click the installer to install it.
Farouk, do you want him to share his screen while you show him?
Okay, I
I'm
don't know if he has
using
the permission to share screen. Do you have the permission to share screen? Try sharing your
Oh,
screen.
yeah, system.
Okay, so let me stop sharing. Share your screen.
or let me share my video because I'm using phone. I'm using let me show my laptop like this. This is what I'm
Okay.
saying, sir.
Okay. So close this and double click the installer again.
Okay.
Though I can't say it properly, but close it and double click the installer. So double click the installer again.
This
Oh yeah.
one, sir.
Is that your installer? Yeah, click on it.
Run as administrator.
It's fine. Yeah.
This one is showing. You see, sir?
Okay, so what are the options on the right? I can see some options on the right. Add, modify, upgrade. Say add. Click on add. So let me see what's showing. Okay, let me see
This
the
after
checkboxes.
clicking.
I
Do
mean,
what, sir?
I can see some checkboxes.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, so expand the first one, MySQL server, expand it. That MySQL servers, expand it, expand. There's a plus sign beside it under available
Okay.
products.
I've expanded it, sir.
Expand the next one. Expand MySQL server. See, so expand 8.0. Okay, so scroll up, collapse that 8.0, collapse it. Collapse it back. Collapse everything back.
Yes. Okay.
Collapse the second one. Oh yeah, so click on that MySQL server, just select it, the text, MySQL server, just select it. Oh yeah, click on the
Done.
forward arrow sign. Look at this arrow sign in between, in the middle, the one that is facing right. Click on it.
This one. It's not going anywhere.
It's not clickable.
Yes, sir.
Okay, wait. Expand it again.
Done.
Expand it. So I expand this one. So expand the second one. Expand it. MySQL server. Expand it. I just select MySQL server 8.0. Just select the text. Click on the arrow sign to the right. Is it clickable now?
No, it's not clickable.
Oh yeah, wait. Go back there. Go back to your screen. So expand the 8.0 version 8.0. Expand the 8.0. Select the first one. Select the first one. Click on that arrow and see.
It's clickable now.
Oh yeah, so scroll down. Scroll down. Let's be quick because of others. Scroll down.
There's scroll down to where, sir?
No, there's scroll on the left side. See a scroll on the left side now. Scroll.
Okay.
So under application, expand it. Expand workbench. MySQL workbench. Select it. Just select it. Click on the forward arrow sign.
It's not clickable.
It's not enabled. So expand workbench again. Expand the second one. So scroll down. There's nothing there. Expand
This is what
shell.
is there.
Expand shell. MySQL shell. Yes, expand it. Expand the second one too. Select the first one. Move it. Scroll down. Select connector. SQL connect. MySQL connector. MySQL connector. Expand it. So okay, don't worry. Just click next.
I should click next.
Next, yeah. See the next button. Next
Okay.
button.
Yes, I'm done.
So click next again.
Execute, that is there.
Click next. Execute. All right, you can stop sharing. It's installing now, right?
Yes,
All right.
68%.
All right, good luck. Stop sharing. Let me share my screen.
All right. I'm not sharing. I'm just sharing my video.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like I'm just showing you my video.
Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir. You can see your screen.
All right, so I'm going to continue with the installation. It's asking me the connectivity. It's asking me the config type. This is a developer machine. This is a developer machine. So I'm going to click developer machine. It's asking me the connection is TCP by default. The name pipe, that is if you have another instance of MySQL. MySQL is running on this port 33060. Most MySQL is running on 330, some 3306, some 33060. So let me click on next. Is use strong password authentication, use legacy authentication. So it's asking me what is the root password that I want to use. I'm going to set my password. I'll repeat the password.
Hello, sir. Before you go further, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. On my own, out of the 6 options, my SQL server is asking me to reconfigure, and the router, then the
Farouk,
sample. And
Farouk, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Farouk,
Yes, I can hear you, sir. I can hear you, sir. I can hear you, sir. Can anyone hear me?
We
yes,
can
we
hear
are-
you.
there are some
We can hear you.
hands.
Can anyone hear Mr. Abbas speak?
We can hear you.
Yes, we can. I think Mr. Abbas network is kind of poor.
Oh, okay.
Farouk, there are some hands up. So I was thinking you can attend to it.
There's what?
Some people are raising their hand.
Okay, okay,
yes,
okay.
yes.
He's already asking his question. You can.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So, sir, I don't know, but reconfigure 3 of them. So, what do I do, sir?
Share your
Because
screen.
I try to reconfigure, I try to execute to reconfigure it more than 3, 4, 5 times. It's still
All right,
passing back.
share your screen. Let me stop sharing. Share your screen.
Let's see. Okay. Please, I'm using another device.
Okay. Can you take
Yeah.
a screenshot and share in
Okay.
in the group so that we can
Oh, okay.
attend
Thank
to
you.
it? All right. So
No.
I'll just continue.
Okay.
All right.
Yes,
So
sir.
as you can see
Sorry,
my
this
screen.
password,
Pardon?
this password, the password you created, you can just create any password that you want, sir.
You can choose any password. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So my installation is complete. The configuration for my SQL Server 8.0.36 was successful. Click finish to continue. I've clicked finish. So it means my installation is complete. So I can click next. I can bootstrap my SQL router for use. I don't want to do that. So I'll click next. So I have this running and then I will log in with my username and my password. I'll check connection fail. It's simply because the root user doesn't use the default connection. So let me credential provided in this case for configuration. Provide the credential that should be used. Acquire root privilege. Let's see.
Okay, you can check my screen, sir.
Okay. Let me stop sharing. Oh, sorry. I thought you shared. Okay.
No, on the group.
On the group chat in this chat, right?
Yes. Your own group, sir. Back end group.
Okay.
Yes, that's
Okay.
it.
This one here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's it saying? What's it saying? Don't click on reconfigure. Don't click on reconfigure. Just click on add.
Okay.
Just click on add. So let's continue.
Okay, sir.
I've entered my password. I'll click on next and I'll say execute. So checking if there's any feature installed that needs configuration, then it's going to run the scripts. Okay, so I'm done with the installation, and then I'll click on next. So the installation procedure has been completed. Start MySQL Workbench after startup. Start MySQL Shell after startup. I'll click on Finito. That's finished. So the MySQL Shell is starting up. All right. Let me know if anyone is having any other challenge so that we can learn properly. So this is what the MySQL Workbench looks like. You can use the MySQL Workbench to connect to any MySQL database server. So this is the MySQL Workbench, and the current connection I have is local instance connection. The connection I have is a local instance connection. If you look at it here, it's asking me for the root password. This is the same password I created during installation. So I will say, okay, I will save the password. Your connection attention for user root server, the access denied for user roots. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Did I save the password correctly? All right, so I've connected to the MySQL database server that is running on my computer. So this is MySQL Workbench. It is just a connector. This MySQL Workbench is just a connector. Just like this is also just a connector. This guy here is also just a connector. This one here, HDSQL, is also just a connector. And then the SQL Server Management Studio is also just a connector to connect to MS SQL. ADSQL can be used to connect to any database server. All right, so that being said, let's get started. So this CLI, which is command line interface, can do almost the same thing that this GUI can do. The reason why they released MySQL Workbench is because some people are not comfortable typing all the commands. So that's why this GUI there, you can click, you can drag, you can do all of those things. So here, if I say show databases, unexpected show database. Let me say this. Okay, so let me say help. MySQL function. So let's say unexpected token. Hold on. Let me open this guy. Let me say MySQL. Okay, so access denied for user DVC local user. Okay. MySQL user root and then password empty. Enter password. Password denied for user password. Yes, is my password not correct? Okay, so I've successfully logged on via the CLI to my SQL server, and also I've successfully logged into I've successfully logged into the MySQL via the MySQL interface. So you can see here that the CLI is connected and the GUI is connected. So if I want to show all the database that I have, I will say show databases. You can see these are all the databases that are within my SQL database server. If I want to access this database called world, I will say use world. It will tell me that database has been changed. I want to see all the tables inside that database world. So it has showed me. If I say select all from country, you see, these are all the tables and these are all the data inside that table country. So you can see it. It has this column, it has this column. These are rows, these are columns. These are rows, these are columns, these are columns, these are columns. So let's get our hands dirty. All right. So we've successfully connected to MySQL. We've entered our password. Once you see this prompt, it means you have connected to MySQL. You can exit your MySQL by clicking on exit, by typing exit. Once you have exited, you see that it has come back here. I can reconnect back by saying MySQL -, or MySQL-u, the name of the user, and MySQL-p. It will ask you for the password. You enter your password, and then access denied. I didn't enter the password correctly.
Mr. Farid, are you currently using the shell?
I'm currently using the shell. God bless you. Now, for you to know you are connected to MySQL, you see this at the prompt, MySQL. So if I want to show all the database in that MySQL database server, I will say show databases. So let us use the GUI going forward.
Yes, sir.
This is the GUI. It can show you the server status. That is, if you are connected to the server, the IP address of the server, where the server is running on, and all of those kind of information. You can view it by clicking on server status. You can click on client connection for you to see how many times the connection has been established with the database. User privilege,
Yes, sir.
here you can manage user information. This is the user I log in with, root. I can log in with another user. If I click on add accounts, I will name the user SA. I will give it standard. If I have any password, let me say the password is SA, confirm password SA. I can say apply, password is weak. So let me use another strong password.
Yes, sir. I have a question.
Okay, so I will say apply. That's,
Can you hear
you
me,
can
sir?
see, yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry, sir. Sorry for breaking.
No problem.
When you are pressing show database the other time that is telling you unexpected identifier database. That's what my own is still showing me. Or
When
is
I
there anything
press,
wrong?
did you type this command? Did you type this command?
Yes, show database. I typed it.
Show databases is plural. Show databases, and then after
Yes.
typing it, you put a
Semicolon.
semicolon. Yeah,
Semicolon.
yeah.
Okay, I think that's the issue.
So let me connect using this SA from the MySQL terminal. So from here, I will type quit or exit. I've exited, and I'll say MySQL connect. And then remember, I've created a user called SA. It's asking me for password. I'm just gonna enter the password here like this. Consider it as connected. If I say show databases, it will show me all the database. You can see that the database in the first one is more than the database in the second one. For us to be sure about that, I'm just going to reconnect back to the other one, program CD, MySQL, CD, MySQL server, CD to bin. Let me say dir. Let me go back. Let me say dir. MySQL Server 2.0. Let me say CD. Let me say dir. Sorry. Okay, so let me say CD MySQL. Let's say dir. CD MySQL. Hold up.
Yes, sir. Sorry for cutting you.
Yeah. I'm with you.
It's still the same thing, no. After I still use the. It's still showing me
Send a
unexpected
screenshot in the
alert.
group. Send a screenshot in the group. Let me see
Okay.
the error you're getting. All right. So
So please, I have a question.
okay, let me hear your question.
Okay, my question is I noticed that whenever you want to go to the terminal to run it, you normally go to a particular folder.
Yes.
So my question is, can't you add it to a path so that it can be accessed globally, or is there any
You can add it to the environment variable. So you can come to system variable, then you can add it to this guy here. I haven't just added it, so that's why you can say I just installed it.
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I think it has already been added. Seth, see it here. It has already been added. MySQL shell 8.0 bin, but I don't know why it's not taking effect. So hold on, let me open a new, let me say MySQL.
I've sent it to the group, sir.
Oh, okay. Okay, so the problem here is unexpected identifier. Yeah, this did not connect. I think we are doing something wrong. Mine too did not connect, so I just switched to the command prompt. So open your command prompt and navigate to the path, that MySQL installation path. So that way it's gonna work. Did I
I don't
answer
know
your
how to do that.
question?
You answered my question, but I don't know how to do what I should do. Open command
Go to
prompt,
your
do this.
open for you to open the command prompt, open this guy, click on the Windows key, click on type run. When you click on run, type cmd. It will open the command prompt for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right. So let's move on.
I've been able to do that. It's
Okay.
showing me use that Dell.
It's showing you what?
It has opened that command prompt.
Okay. So in command prompt types, okay, you have opened cmd already. That's the
Yes.
command prompt. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir.
So it
You
has
say I should
opened
type
command
something.
prompt already.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It has opened it.
So you have to go to your C drive. Look at it here. You go to your C drive, your program file, and all of those things. I think this one I enter. So just go to program file. You see, inside program file, you see MySQL. Inside there, you see MySQL server. Inside MySQL server, you see bin. Then you just type MySQL. You understand? You just type MySQL, U, root, and then P. That's it. All right, let's move on. We still have a lot to cover.
Hello, sir. Please, I still have a question, sir. I don't
Okay,
know.
what's the question, please?
Okay, sir. I have a question about this that we are using. Can you use it to connect to a live server?
Yeah, you can use it to connect to an online MySQL database now.
Okay, sir.
Right.
So, like in my own, I'm using my PHP admin.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Will it work with it?
No, the PHP admin will only work with your local MySQL database. If you want to connect to a remote MySQL database, you can use MySQL Workbench, or you can use HDSQL, or you can use any other connector that I've mentioned earlier.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. Let's move on. Let's move on because of time. So I'm going to place this screen in juxtaposed to each other like this. And then I hope I am recording. I hope so. Sharing screen. I hope so. Hold on, let me stop sharing and see if I'm recording. Okay, so yeah, the recording is on. All right, so let's dive into let's dive into the real application proper into the real application of MySQL proper. So in most application, almost 80% or almost every application you see out there has a form of data storage. So to store data in a relational form, MySQL is one of those ways you can use to store data in a relational form. MS SQL is one of those ways you can use to store data in a relational form. The same thing goes for Oracle. The same thing goes for Sybase and all of those. The same thing goes for PostgreSQL. So, and all of those available wonderful relational database management system. Now I'm connected to MySQL. If I want to see the version of MySQL that I'm running, the command to do that is select version. It's telling me that I'm running MySQL version 8.0.36. If I want to see the current date on this system, hold up, I think it should be select current. Is it a function? I'm not sure. Okay, so let's say select version. Oh, sorry. I'm making a mistake. Select version. So what we just did is that we select the current version of my excuse me. We select the current version of MySQL that we are running, and we are selecting the current date. So what is today's date? Today's date is 8/02/2024. You can see it here. That's current date. You can do it one after the other, like version, which will give you only version, and you can say select current date. It will give you the current date, you can see. But initially we did select version, select date. I can say select Farouk. Okay. Oh, Farouk is not a field. All right. So let's re-execute. Let's re-execute this. So the MySQL command to show the current version of your MySQL is version. For you to retrieve the current date, the server date is current date. Note that most MySQL ends with a semicolon. MySQL returns the total number of rows found and the total time to execute the query. So it's telling us that one row was returned. This is a row. This is a column. This here is a column, and this here is a column. Columns are vertical, while rows are horizontal. Columns are vertical, while rows are horizontal. So let's do a basic MySQL query. So keyword may be entered in any letter. In any letter case, the following queries are equivalent. Select current date, select current date in small case, select current date in small case, and then capital case. Regardless of the case that you enter it with, MySQL can interpret any of them. That means it is not case sensitive. So that being said, let's move on to, here's another query. It demonstrates that you can use MySQL as a simple calculator. So let us execute this query and press enter. It's telling us that the sign of the pi divided by 4 and 4 plus 1 bracket multiplied by 5, this is the answer. So here is going to give us sine of pi divided by 4. And this one is 4 plus 1, which is 5. 5 times 5, 25. You can see, you can use it to solve complex arithmetic problem. Let's take a typical example here. Let's take a typical example here. Let's say They give us 2x minus y plus 78z equals to 8. And you have been asked to find x. Normally you will move this to the right and then you move this back here. You move this to the right and move, okay, just let me remove this equal to. So we can say let x to be equal to 8 and let y be equal to 5. If I want to rewrite this thing, how would I write it? It will be what? 2 multiplied by what? By 8
By
minus,
8
what is y?
minus
5
5.
plus 78.
It's
We didn't say,
Z.
let's say let z equal to 4. So multiply by 4, okay? Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So let us put this into my SQL and I will say select, oh, I didn't terminate it.
Are we not using asterisk as a sign of multiplication there?
It is already in brackets. It will multiply it.
Oh.
In mathematics, when anything is in bracket, whatever is in front of it, you multiply it. You understand? This one like this, you multiply it.
Yes, because I saw the first one you did.
Okay, so let's, for clarity's sake, we can put that there, and then let's copy this guy. You can see this is the result, 3, 2, 3. So if we say 2 times 8, am I correct? I'm not to study mathematics. So if I say 78 times 4, we get 312. 312. If you add this to this and you subtract it from here, you get this answer, 323. All right. So we've talked about getting the current version of your MySQL and also getting the current date, as well as getting the current date and time. So I can say,
Sir.
yeah. I'm with you.
Sir, this select statement that we just wrote, mathematical select, this, are we inserting into database?
We are not inserting. Select is to retrieve. We are not inserting. Select is to retrieve. You are selecting something, you are collecting. Okay, so for you to get the current date and time in MySQL, you do select now. Now is a function. Just do select now. It's going to return the date and it will return the time. If you just want to get the date, say select current date. It's going to return only the current date. All right, so let's move on. Canceling a command.
Mr. Farouk.
Yes.
Are we currently connected to the workbench as well?
Yeah, the workbench is currently connected. You can see it. The workbench is connected. If I say select now in workbench, you can see what it's giving me. Look at it. Select now. Where is it, sir? See select now. See the result. See this one. See the result. It's the same thing. The workbench is invoking the CLI in the background. If I copy this guy now, if I copy this guy, if I paste it here, and I execute everything, and I execute these current dates. Okay, and I execute this guy. Let me execute this guy. See the current dates. See the current dates. Can you see it? You understand? If I execute only now,
Yes.
if I execute only this, see it here. See the response to here. It's the same thing. It's just that this is graphical. This is CLI. So the command to show all the database within a MySQL database server is show database. If I click here, sorry, let me say show databases. It will show me all the database. If I want to use a specific database, I will say use world. World here is a specific database. If I want to show the current selected database, I'll say select database. It will show me the current database that is selected. You can see it will show you the current database that you selected. If I want to show all the table inside the Word data inside the Word database, I will say show tables. It will show you all the tables inside of it. You understand? If I want to read the structure of a particular database, I will say describe city. It will tell me that city has an ID of blah blah blah. It has a name of blah blah blah. Sorry, it will tell me that city has a field called ID, name, country code, district, population. These are the data type. Remember, we deal with data type in JavaScript. These are the data type.
Yes.
This is the nullability. If it accepts null, this is the primary key, the default value, and if it supports auto increment. This describes city is the same thing in MS SQL. If I say sp_help, sp_help, I will copy this guy, I'll paste it here, and then I will execute. Incorrect syntax near what? Hold on. You can see it's the same thing. The word in MySQL is called describe. In MS SQL is called sp_help. It's telling me that this table is owned by this user. And these are all the fields. These are the data type. These are the lengths. You can see it's the same thing. All of those relational databases are almost the same thing. You just have to know the command to call at what time. All right. So that being said, let's move on. So show database is used to show a database. Use database is used to use a particular database. Show tables will show all the tables in that database. Select database will tell you the current database that you are currently using. So let's now move to data definition language, data manipulation language, and data control language. In the meantime, let me check that we are on track. This is 5:26. Okay. All right. So in my SQL generally, all the queries that you are entering to do, and all the queries that you enter in the command prompt to perform any activities are grouped into three. We have DDL, we have DML, and DCL. The DDL is referred to as data definition language. Data definition language. The second one, which is DML, is referred to as data manipulation language. While the third one is called data control language. Now, what are data definition language? Data definition language are SQL queries that are used to define the structure of a data. Now, this guy to the right here, this is the structure of the data of this database table, city. So it is data definition language that is used to create the structure of this data. Data manipulation languages are used to manipulate data within a database, like select sum, select average, select this, select that. Those are data manipulation language. Or update, sorry, don't mind me. Update table, set this value to this. Update this view, set this value to this. Those are data manipulation language. You are using it to manipulate data within the database. Data control language are used to control access to a data, like the command to create a user, the command to create a role, the command to add a user to a role, the command to revoke roles from user, command to delete user, command to disable user. Those are data control language. You are using it to control user access to the database. So you can write this down in your notes if you want to write it, but you can also as well cram it. All right. So an altered table statement is a data manipulation language. This is data manipulation language. You are just using it to retrieve data. So if you say select, it means you want to choose a subset of a data. So if I want to select everything that is inside city, or I want to count the number of rows that this table city has, I will say select count all. It means I want to count all the columns from city. It's telling me that the table called city has a total of 4,079 rows or records. You see, if I want to select the top 5 rows within the city table, I will say select top 5. Select top 5 all from city. I'm not sure it's correct. It's not correct. Let me remove this guy here. Select all. Okay, what if I remove the all symbol? You have an error in your SQL. Check the manual that corresponds to. Let me clear. Let me say select top 5 all from C. Okay, so I'll get top is not a function. Hold on. How many rows here? 60. So let me select top. Top 5 all from. This one works. I select the top 5 rows. You see, I select the top 5 rows. If I want to select the top 2, I'll say select top 2 rows. Okay, so let's start by creating a table within MySQL. Let's start by creating a database. So for you to create a database in MySQL, you say create database. You give it a name. So I can call this I will say dev link series 1. That's the name of the database I created. So after creating it, let's see. You have an error. Why? Create database. The name of the database. Okay, so let me say dev link series 1. Okay, so I've created the database. What is the command to show all database?
Show
databases.
Show databases.
Your databases.
Okay, so let me clear everything. Show data bases.
Dublin one just enter. Boom.
So what's the name of the database we just created? Can you see it?
Dublin series 1. Yeah, yeah. No.
Can you see the name of the
It's
database
there.
we just created here?
Yes.
What's the name?
Devlin series 1.
Devlin series 1.
Okay, so if I want to work with that database, what do I do?
Use Devlin series 1.
Use
Devlin series 1.
series 1. God bless you for that response.
You're writing the link.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sorry. Use devlink series 1. Now that I've used devlink series 1, if I want to know that it is devlink that I'm actually using, what's the command?
Use. Okay, no. Select.
Select database is used to know which database you are currently querying from. You understand? So that you don't do mistakes. So I have said use devlink series 1. It's currently using that database. Any query that I run after the use statement, the query will be run against that database. But I need to know which database again. Maybe I want to cross-check. You just say select database. It will show you the currently selected database that you are working with. If I want to show all the tables that are within devlink series 1, what do I type?
Show table.
Eh?
Show table.
Show tables is plural. What's it saying? Empty. That means we don't have any
Table inside.
table
Table
inside.
inside.
God bless you. So to create a new database, you say create database, the name of the
That is
database. Database name shouldn't have space. It shouldn't have space or IP or any of those things. So you can use underscores in your table name. Note, database name are case sensitive. To the selected database, issue the command use web3. It will use the database. If you say select database, it will show you the currently selected database. If I say show tables, you can see it's telling me empty set.
No
The same thing I got here, right? An empty set indicates that
Yes,
I
sir.
have not created a table yet. So let's create a table for storing our names. Are you with me? Let's create
Yes,
a
sir.
table for storing our names. So how is it, what is the table going to look like? We'll call the table name will be
Details.
Student details, students.
Back end details.
Okay, backend details. Thank you. Backend details. No, backend student details. So
Exactly.
we know it's for students. It's going to have columns. We'll get your name. We'll get your first name.
Age.
We'll get your first name. We'll get your last name. We'll get your age.
Gender.
Get your address. We'll get your gender. Okay, that's fine. So if you want to store first name in JavaScript, someone's first name, will you store it as integer or as string?
It's a string.
It's a string. So in MySQL, string in JavaScript is equivalent to varchar in MySQL. This 20 I'm putting inside, it means the character the total length of character that your first name
As
column
reserved
can
for it.
accept. Huh?
I said the number of characters that is reserved for the
God bless you.
for the first name.
Yeah, so if I type these jargons now and I count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2,
No
3,
off light
4,
now.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Sorry.
So if I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So there is an extra of 2. This value cannot be stored in this column. It will tell you that the value you enter is more than the length that is accepted for the database. So what is inside here is the length of the character that column can accept. So what will be the data type for last name?
Is varchar.
Varchar. God bless
Varchar.
you. It's
Variable character.
Is a varying character. What will be the data type for age?
Integer.
Integer.
They call it number or integer.
Number.
What will be that of address?
Okay. Oh, okay.
I think address should be both the combination of both and character.
So that's varchar, because varchar is string. Gender can be character or anything. So varchar is varying character. That means it can be combination of this is a varying character.
Okay.
You understand? It contains letter, number,
Yes.
and special character. For character is only this. Character, it could be something like this. It could be something like this. You understand? Either male or female. You understand? But if I say character 1, it means it can only accept this. But if I say character 10, so that means I can say female. But it is only character. It cannot accept numbers together with it. So dates. So
We didn't specify for a number. Do you need to specify the number for that
yeah,
number?
yeah. So dates of,
Yes, sir.
I can hear you.
I said, when you write the variant character, you put the amount of this thing that can be there,
The
right?
length,
20.
the length.
Yeah, the length. But for the number, you didn't put length.
No, number doesn't, you don't have length. If you want to store higher number, you use big int. If you want to store small number, you use small int. So let me show you the available type. So create new table, select the schema. Hold on.
You want to show us something here, right?
Huh? Let me refresh.
Do you want to show us something here?
Yes. See the
Okay.
database I just created. See it here. Can you see it? This one here.
Yes, sir.
If I open it, if I right click, I say new table. I want to create a new table. So I can give it a table name. I can say subject information. You can say it's the same thing as that thing. So it's asking me for column name, all those blah 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 information and the rest. This is fine. I can use DB. I can use this different character sets. So so it's still the same way, but today we are focused on the command prompt. So let's come back here. So let's create a new table. The command to create a table is create table. Create table is which language category? Which of these 3 language categories? This one. Create table is which of this language category?
Definition, am I right?
God bless you. Data definition language, because you use it to create data or anything within the database. So let's say create table. Let me use small case. It doesn't matter. Create table.
Doesn't matter. Okay.
What's the name of the table we want to create?
Backend
Backend student details.
details.
So you can say backend students
Underscore.
student details. Okay. Let me minimize this. Now, when you say create a backend student details, you open and close a parenthesis. It accepts, we have set of columns that we want to create. So let me scroll this guy. Let me position this guy at the top. So okay, let me bring it in for easy. So backend student details. What are the columns that we have? We have first name, right?
Yes.
And what's the data type?
Okay.
What's the length?
20.
20.
So after creating that, you put a comma. We have last name.
Okay. Yes.
Data type is Baka.
Yes.
And the length
Correction,
is 20.
please. Okay.
After that, we have age.
Age.
The data type is what? Integer. There's no length. After age, we have
address.
Address. Thank you. The data type is Baka. And the length of the address is
10.
No,
20.
So I will make it 50.
Sorry.
I will make it 50.
Okay.
After address, we have what? Gender.
Gender. Character.
We have gender. And then it's a character. So let's just put it up.
10.
I decided to use one. So the next one we have what? Date of birth.
10, not 1.
You can use any length. Date of birth. That one is what? Date. because we are storing date of birth.
Okay.
We'll close it, we'll terminate it, and I'll press enter. It's telling me that query okay, 0 row selected. How do I see which database I'm currently working on?
Definitely.
How do I want to see, I want to know, how do I know which
Select
database I'm
database.
currently working on?
Show databases.
Eh?
Show databases.
That's not correct. Show database is used
Select,
to show all the
select
Is that
database.
select?
Database.
Select database. It's a function. It's telling me that I'm working with what? Devlink. If I want to show all the table inside Devlink database, what's the command?
So,
Okay.
table.
Show tables.
Show tables. Thank you. How many tables do we have?
One.
One row.
On.
Well, if I want to select everything inside that table, what do I type?
Select asterisk from the
Thank
table.
you. Thank you. You got it right.
Backend students.
So it's telling me that the table is what? It's empty.
Empty.
Yeah. So let us insert some records into that table. If I say describe, let me copy this guy. Let me paste it here. You see, it's giving me the description of how the table was created. See here, we have first name, Vaka 20. First name, Vaka 20. Is it nullable? Yes. Because I did not tell it here not to allow null. The default is null. Okay. So let's insert some records. Insert into backend values. I want to enter some values into it. So first name, I'll say Mohammed. Last name, I'll say Ahmed. You know the way I'm following it, right? This is first name, you enter this first. This last name, you enter this first. Age is integer, right? I'll say 23. Address, I will say
There should be a command
one
after name. There should be a command after
Association
name.
Avenue, Lagos. Okay. What's the next column after address?
Gender.
Gender male. After you put a comma. After gender is what?
Date of birth.
So what's the command to get? Let's say the person is born today. What's the command to get today's date?
Current date.
Okay.
Today.
What about date and time?
Is it current time?
No, now, like this, now.
Okay, now.
Yeah. So
okay, semicolon.
Yeah, I'll press
Yes,
it.
sir.
It's telling me there's an error.
There's no comma after Ahmed.
Ahmed.
Thank you. So I'll put a comma here. I'll enter. It's saying that
Error.
column doesn't match.
Semicolon before now.
Eh?
The semicolon before now, does it matter?
No, I didn't put now again. I've removed the now.
Okay, you have deleted it. Okay.
So let's read the error. Column count doesn't match value count at row 1. So what's telling me? What is it telling me?
Lagos, there's no comma.
After Lagos, there's no comma. Thank you. So I'll put a comma here. It's telling me that I've entered how many rows?
One row.
Eh?
One row.
Query, okay, one row. Okay.
So if I want to see everything inside that one row, if I want to see everything inside that table, I'll do select star from backend details. See the row. Voila.
Wow.
See it here.
Wow.
This is database.
Yes.
Your information in Facebook is stored in a database. Your information at Google is stored in a database. Your information at Microsoft is stored in a database. In your school is stored in your database. In the bank is stored in your database. Let's create another table. So let's create a table. Here's what you have to do. Create a table. let's follow it one by one. So create a table called bank accounts. Bank accounts with the following columns. First name. Remember the column name will, if it is two words, you put underscores. First name, last name, other name, date of birth, age, address, account number, BVN number, dates, created, the date you create your account, account manager, full name. Okay, account manager full name. And then we have account number already, right? Then balance. Put your balance the way you want it. Oh yeah, start now. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, boss. Yes,
So
boss.
let's create it. I want to see your commands. I want to see, make sure you created it and you insert with the following columns and insert two records. So for me not to confuse you too much, I'm going to write some things here. In database management system, a table is also referred to as relation. A rows are also referred to as records. No, columns are also referred to as attributes or domain.
Mr. Farouk, sir.
Rows, hold on. Rows are referred to as records or tuples. I'm with you. Write this one down. They'll be using this word to confuse you. They can tell you create a relation. It's called table. They can tell you inside that table, select all the attributes. What they mean is columns. Or they say select all the domain. What they mean is columns. They say select all the records from that table. What they mean is row. Or select all the tuples on that table. What they mean is row. So you can write this one down. Let me have your question.
Like, I'm still having syntax error. It's even closed.
What? Send
Why
it
using that shell?
No. Are you still using that default shell?
I think so.
No. Switch away from that default shell. You mean you are still using this default shell?
Okay. Which one should I use now?
Just,
Yes, this.
No, don't use this again. Just switch to your command prompt. Switch to your
Oh, I should use CMD.
Use CMD, yes. And then
Okay, thank you.
your MySQL installation location is always in program
C.
file.
Okay.
MySQL server bin is always almost
Okay.
inside here. So I'll copy this guy. I'll paste it here. It is always almost inside here.
Okay.
I'll paste it here. So on your command prompt, just type cd and paste this guy there.
Okay.
And start.
All right, sir.
Yes, sir. Please leave this page because of that.
I will leave it. I'm leaving the page.
So, come on.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Mr. Farouk, I still cannot connect my SQL. Hello?
Hello, guys. Are we done?
It's like I'm having the same issue here.
Which issue, please?
I still cannot connect my database. Where did you say I should paste this directly?
You paste it in the command prompt.
After I open the command prompt.
Once you open the command prompt, just type cd and this location.
Okay.
I believe your MySQL 2 is installed in this location.
Sure, sure.
Yes, sir.
Let me read.
Hello, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah.
When I did that, what you just said now.
Send your
So
screenshot in the group. Send your screenshot in.
Okay.
All right, so the person that sent this screenshot, Imam Ridwan Olua Pelumi. So what you need to do is, after you have entered this guy, the next command you need to type is mysql, then u, then root, then -p. Type it and press enter. Then you enter the password you created when installing MySQL. Who else is having issues? We are 8 here, and then about just 3 people are engaging me. Nkem, Imam, and then I think Mr. Joseph also. Who else is having difficulties? If you are not having issues, say hi.
I've been able to connect now. So I want to follow the next command. You and the password.
All right, I follow the next command.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's telling me that after I entered that, it's telling me that using a password on the command line interface can be insecure. It now says access denied for user root and local root.
Send the screenshot. Access denied for the user root. You didn't enter the password correctly. Try it again.
I've not even entered.
You didn't enter the correct password. Using the password.
I've not even entered password at all.
Eh?
Do I have to enter password after that P?
Yes, now after that MySQL space MySQL -u root, then dash P. It will ask you for password. See my screen.
It
Look
didn't.
at my screen. Let me show you again. Look at my screen. Let me show you again. If you want to quit MySQL, you just type quit. So I'll do MySQL -u, then root -p. Root is the username that I'm using. I will say enter. It's asking me to enter my password. So I'm entering the password, and my password is what? You don't know it. See, it has entered. What is it? Now I can say show databases. See? Okay, let me help you put it beside here so you can see what I typed. I will highlight what I typed for you.
Mr. Farouk,
Yeah?
I'm trying to select database. Am I to add the name of the database?
Select data, show database. If you want to use database, you
It
can
has
select
this.
database. Use
Oh,
database.
use. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir.
After I press enter, instead of telling me to enter password, it's not telling me that. It's showing the same thing that I sent to the group.
Remember, you have to add a semicolon. You have to add a semicolon.
Yes, yes, I
Semicolon,
did.
what they call it?
I did. I had semicolon. After that, my dash P.
Okay, wait. So, warning: using the password on the command line is insecure. Access denied for user. So what you do is on your command prompt, press the Windows key. Press the Windows
Okay.
key. Search for command prompt. Right click and click
Okay.
on run as administrator.
Okay.
Press the Windows key. Search for command prompt.
Yes, sir.
Right click on it and say run as system
Done.
as administrator.
Yes, I've done that.
When is our next lecture? So sorry.
So I should just do everything again. I start again like that, Abby.
You have to start from here. Here like this.
Oh. Okay. 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 I'll see.
Let me see. Our next class is on Saturday.
Excuse me, sir.
Huh?
Like I'm still trying to use the bank account database that I created. And I'm getting an error message. When if I type use database, will I include the name of the database?
Yeah, when you say use database, you specify the name of the database, sir.
Then after that, okay, I'll use open and close parentheses.
No. See it here. Use
Okay.
world. See.
Okay.
It said database change.
Database changed.
Select database.
Base.
It's for you to know which database you are currently using. That's it.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Still the same thing. After the creating the administrator command prompt.
After what?
After writing my SQL minus u root minus p, it's still writing the same thing.
Okay, hold on. You mean
That warning.
after? Hold on, please. Just wait. You mean after writing, what is it? MySQL minus u minus v. This one.
Yes, yes,
MySQL minus u, then root, then minus p.
yes, yes.
You are still
Then
getting
semicolon.
this what is it?
Warning. Using a password command stuff. So
Okay, so hold on. Let's fix it. Let's fix it. Um, can I take control? I wish I can have access to your PC. There's no way I can handle that. Can you share your screen? Are you using your laptop to receive the call so you can share your screen?
no, but I can just I will be
Join,
using video.
join, join on your laptop. You can join on laptop and on phone so you can speak.
Okay, I should join through the laptop. Okay.
Mm.
Mm,
Sir, sir,
Yeah, I can hear you.
are we inserting anything?
Yes, now see, insert two records. Insert two records.
Okay.
I'm done. Hello. I'm in it.
Hello?
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah, I can hear you.
I'm done.
You are done.
I'm done.
Yay! Oh yeah. So if you are done, let's do this. Let's say select watch what I want to do so that you can send me what I want. Select this. No, it's use this. I will now say select database. I just want to see which database I'm using. So I will say show tables. Okay, so if I say select star from, is that Kim that says she's done?
Yes.
All of you now will be married inside this training. Now go pay out. So this is what you send. This is what you send in the group. Just take a screenshot. When you open this, search for sniping tool. You now take a screenshot from the beginning where you started typing change database like this or use database. This is what I want to see. Hmm?
Okay.
Send it in
No
the
problem.
and you add your name.
Okay. Please don't let me see again, please.
Is it this?
The
This the object I sniped. This is it.
I want to see. I want to take the command.
No, command to use the database, then command to select the database, so I see the database, then to show the table, then after then to select all the record in the table. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. And also, sorry, one last command. Describe 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 the name of the database. See, like this. This is what I need.
Bros, can you help us show that WordPad
Okay, okay.
on side?
This
Would they
one.
bail me?
Okay, do you understand? With also this one,
Yes, yes.
describe. Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Before you continue, hold on. I want to see. I want to see where you have on test on Friday. SQL. Okay. By 6:20, we are rounding up. Max 6:25. If you haven't done, let's see what you have done, and then you can continue on that later. Because by 6:30 we need to round up.
Yes, sir. Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes, what do you want?
I want to tell him that I've joined with system. Say I should join with system. I want to show me
You are
something.
done.
No.
Hello, Mr. Abbas.
Do you need help?
Oh, no,
Farouk,
not at
somebody is
all.
calling your attention.
Okay, I didn't hear that.
You said I should join with my system so that you'll be able to show me.
Oh, yeah, share your screen. Share your screen. Let me drop this as comments in the chat for those who are still working. So I'll drop it as comment in the chat. So you can share your screen now.
Oh, I think I have to.
You can share your screen. Can you share your screen?
I am looking for is the class is I have to join a subdivided of the class, so I think I'm in the first this thing. That's why.
Please help us to drop the information, please.
Uh, Hello, sir.
Please send the question to the group.
Hello.
Yes, what do you want? What do you want him to do for you?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. I've sent it in the chat. You can check the
Okay.
chat for it. Yes. So, Imam, you can share your screen now.
The issue I'm having is I was not able to join the subdivided group through my system.
Okay.
There are some you divide the group into
download AnyDesk. Download a software called AnyDesk. Quickly.
AnyDesk.
AnyDesk, ANYDESK.
Okay.
Quickly do that.
Sir Farouk,
Mm-hmm.
please, can you show me the one you use as examples? I'm having error here.
Can I show you what?
The one you use as example, that's the CMD page.
This one.
Yes, sir. I've downloaded AnyDesk.
You have downloaded AnyDesk?
Yes.
All right. So look at my screen so that you see what I'm showing you.
Okay.
Open AnyDesk like this.
Yes, sir.
When you open it, sorry. After downloading it, install it.
I've installed.
So you open AnyDesk, it will open like this.
Describe. Wow.
I hope you are seeing my screen. It will open like this. Once it
Yes.
opens, give me this number. This is your address. This number. Give me this number. That's what I need.
Okay.
Someone was asking a question the other time. Have I shown you the command prompt already?
Yes, boss. Yes, boss.
So it will start from here, from use,
Okay.
from here like this.
Okay.
Use, select, we show table, all those things.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir. The address now.
Okay, call the address for me.
18
1
8
uh-huh
92.
If there is space, tell me where the space is.
Okay. 1, then there is space. Sorry. 892. Then there is space again. 136. Then there is space. 678.
Oh yeah, accept my connection.
Wow. Accepted.
Okay. Give me control.
How?
That thing that you selected, no, click on that default. Click on that default. That drop down. See it here now. This drop down.
Okay.
Select it. Select full access.
Full access. Okay.
Select it.
Done.
Done. Okay. So that's all. Don't worry. Leave it for me. Where's your command prompt? This command prompt that you're using, have you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Access denied for user root. What's your password? Type your password.
Okay.
Now, true keyboard you dey use.
Yes, the issue is my keyboard scatter, like all those sign, all those characters, they are not where they're supposed to be. Wow, it's not even pressing. Should I enter?
Enter. Unknown database root. Okay, so wait. Enter your password again. Why not just type it somewhere and be pasting, Baba?
Okay. I will write it somewhere now.
Sir Farouk, there's a problem.
Well,
What's the problem?
After I show tables, I got empty set. Then 1.35 seconds, blah, blah.
After you did what?
After I want to try and see. Okay, after I selected database, it showed the name of the database I created. One row in sets, then bracket 0.00 sec. Now, what next after that?
Okay, you've done you show database, use database.
Select database.
Select database, but that select database, there will be parentheses. It's a function.
Yes. Now I got the name of the database I created.
Okay, wait. If you want to paste, this is how to paste. You right click at the top here.
okay.
You now come to edit. Come to edit.
All right.
Paste.
Okay.
Enter. Unknown database. What? Hold on. Where's your workbench? Close this guy now. Are you sure you have installed? Okay, you have installed. Let me see. Hey, boss, I can hear your question now.
Yes, I said I have selected the database, which the database name has displayed, bank account. And I got the information one row in set. after that, what's next?
Okay, you've selected the database, right?
Yes.
So after selecting the database, show all the tables and then select all from
Show tables, right?
eh?
After show tables.
Show table, then select all from the table and then you describe the database. Then you send the screenshot.
Okay. After show tables, I got empty set.
Have
Then
you
in
created
bracket,
the table?
no, that's what I'm saying.
Select select the database and then create the table inside of the database.
Okay, I should select the table.
No, there's no table now.
I'm not getting it.
Your show
Now,
table.
after, like I said, I've selected database
Mm-hmm.
and it has displayed the name of the database I created.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, now, what next?
So the next thing you do is create the table inside that database that you have created now.
Okay. Okay.
Give this database a name, Imam. Just call it accounts DB. You can call it account DB so we can move on.
Oh, yeah,
Okay, my
you
dev
can
is
continue.
fine. Okay, my dev is fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. My dev is fine. So I'll copy this my dev. So apply. So create schema my dev. Apply. Finish. You can see that we have created a schema called my dev.
Yes. Yes, sir.
So let's come back to your command. I want you to do it from the command prompt. So let's rerun this guy and then paste my dev here. And then
Okay, let me copy it.
hold on. As a developer, turn on this guy. I copy it now.
Done, sir. I should press enter, but
Let me see. Oh yeah.
or
Don't
no
put it in
database.
code too. Wait. Hold on. Something is wrong somewhere. Come to user and privilege. So let's create a new account. Add. So this guy, let's call it SA. SA means system
Okay.
administrator. Yeah?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay, so here, let's leave it this way. You still have that password in your this thing, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I want to drag this guy down here. All right. Can you scroll down?
Yeah.
There's password.
I
There's
don't.
retype password. It's still down.
Okay. I don't think there's anything.
Don't worry. Give me access. Just leave it. Leave it. So what's the name of the user now? Huh?
SA.
We've been doing mistakes since, so that's
Hi.
it. Let me quit. Don't worry, I'm coming. Let me do something. Let me quit. Let me try that route. Let me try that route back. All right, you can use root. The mistake we're doing is that if you look at what we type here,
No column.
we're putting column where we're not supposed to put column. So
Oh.
continue. Is that all?
Yes.
All right, disconnect.
But my battery is low.
Disconnect me. Don't worry, you can.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome. So,
Yes, sir.
guys, so let's hold it there. We are going to call it a day until our next class. But in the meantime, thank you so much. Inkem,
Sir,
Inkem, I owe you a gift. You are the only one who has completed yours. So if
I'll remind you Saturday.
okay, so if anybody have any question, you can drop the question in the group before I will answer, and Kemi should answer first before I will answer. So we are meeting on Saturday to quickly round up my SQL. Unfortunately, we didn't start very early because there was a few challenge with people joining and all that. We are barely scratching the surface. We still have a very long way to go. So that being said, thank you so much for your time. Thanks for participating in today's class. I'll be seeing you on Saturday, but we are going to continue our engagement via WhatsApp chat. You can drop all your comments there. If you need me to connect, you can install any desk and then you send me your connection link and then you can connect and resolve any issues that you may have. Thank you so much. Drop your questions in the group chat and then I will have them attended to.
Before you go, please.
All right.
Is there any WhatsApp page that allows members to communicate? I'm only connected to the community, which only admin can send information.
No, bootcamp series 1 for group. Oh, except if you have not been added to my group.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Okay.
You drop the link so I can
okay,
connect.
so look for Farouk group in that community. You'll see the one that has Farouk M series 1 in bracket Farouk M. So you can
In their community.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can request to join. Once you have requested to join, I will know. So I will grant you permission. So
What's the name again?
pardon?
The name again.
Boot Camp Series 1 in bracket Farouk M.
Series 1.
Okay. Please, thank you very much. Please remind me to drop the MySQL. Remind me to drop the MySQL training material in this group so you can read further and then before our next class.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you guys and have a blessed evening. Bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.